Well, hello. I have a very special installment today of Talking Tractors with Mr. Mick. In front of you, you can see a toy Model R John Deere. It's one of my favorites. The first tractor I ever drove was a 1949 R John Deere that belonged to my dad and my grandpa. So R John Deeres have always been special to me. And this summer I was able to purchase an R John Deere, so I have one of my own now. I purchased it at the Norman Adams sale in June of 2019. So our John Deeres are pretty special to me. I've been a school teacher for 30 plus years, and I've had a lot of special classes over the years, but I had a very special class in about 1995, and those kids and I just got along very well. So during that school year, between myself and the kids, we wrote a book, and I'd like to share that book with you today. The name of the book is The Adventures of Farmer Roz. One fine autumn day, the fifth graders were thinking it was time for a fun field trip. "I've got it," said Casey. "Let's go to Artco." "No," interrupted Alicia. "How about Digi-Key?" "We went there last year," answered Katie Jo. "I know," exclaimed Adam. "How about Farmer Roz's place?" "Awesome!" yelled the class. So Bruce the busman was contacted and everything was set. What a trip this would be. Everyone knew that Farmer Roz had the nicest farm for miles and miles around. Every year, Farmer Roz's pigs, chickens, cows, and ducks took home all the purple ribbons at the Pennington County Fair. Finally, the day came. Everyone piled into bus number 3, and away they went. When they entered the yard, everyone stared at the beautiful big red barn and the white farmhouse with the spotless picket fence. As the students filed out of the bus, Farmer Roz was there to greet them. Looking puzzled, Michelle whispered, "Her overalls are on backwards." Now embarking on their journey around the farm, everyone began to look more and more confused. Out from the pond came a family of ducks. "Here are my state champion Muscovy ducks," said Farmer Roz proudly. "Oink, oink," answered the ducks. Everyone began to scratch their heads and whisper. "Onto the chicken coop." "These are my famous Rhode Island Reds," started Farmer Roz. "Here, Chickie, Chickie," called Kyle. "Moo! Moo!" chorused the chickens. The entire class was shocked, but Farmer Roz just smiled and went on. Around the barn walked the boys and girls, wondering what would be next. "Here are my purebred pigs." Farmer Roz's hired man, Handyman Joe, threw down some slop. Slurp, slurp. "Quack, quack," belched the pigs. And lastly, they stopped inside the big red barn. It was lined with 60 black and white Holstein cows. "Hey, my dad's got those," said Kelsey J. Just then, Handyman Joe picked up a feed pail, and all 60 of the cows chortled, "Buck, buck, 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 buck." "Now hold on," said Andrea. "This is crazy," said Mindy and Kelsey W. "Well, no, it's not," said Dustin, Justin, and Jesse. "It's only logical that if the ducks oink, and the chickens say moo, and the pigs say quack, then the cows would cluck." Now everyone seemed most confused. "You boys are exactly right," stated Farmer Roz. "My animals may be weird to some people, but all the trophies and ribbons on my living room wall, they don't lie." Farmer Roz continued to explain that though her livestock was a bit different, they were considered by many to be the best around. The students looked at each other and nodded, and finally Mr. Mick said, "I think we all learned an important lesson today. even if things seem out of the ordinary on the outside, it doesn't mean that they can't be special. As the bus pulled out of Farmer Roz's yard, all the students waved. It was an unusually quiet trip back to the school. The students seemed to be deep in thought. You know, it sure is funny how some of the best learning happens down on the farm. The end. But I have to share a picture. It's on my computer. I'll try to get it up close. Here's the Goodridge class of 2002 that helped write that wonderful book. Have a good evening, and I hope you enjoyed our story.